So, day one here at the shipper. I left my home terminal in Phoenix, drove deadhead, which means empty, all the way up here to Vegas, picking up a cold load going to Sumner, Washington. About 1,200 miles. Should take about 2.5 days because my truck is decently slow. So I've been here at the shipper for about an hour. I don't even think they've started loading me yet. It doesn't look like it. But yeah, here in Vegas, should be loaded here in the next couple hours. Knock out 4 or 5 hours today on the way to Washington. Stanfield, Oregon today to get fuel because the company decided to open up my fuel stop almost 600 miles away and my reefer is almost out of fuel. So let's see if we can make that happen. If not, I've probably got enough to for it to last until tomorrow. Maybe it's gonna be close, but it should be all right. Yeah, so we're running up the 93, gonna cut through Boise, Idaho, all that, cut through the corner of Oregon on our way to Sumner, Washington. Just came from Phoenix, got used to the warm weather again, and it was so cold last night. I didn't sleep for crap, but got my coffee, did my pre-trip, so let's hit the road. Today, my fuel stop is still another 280. Gonna do a little 30-minute break here, and I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make it to. I'll have 5 hours. Oh, 4.5. Ugh. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna make it to my fuel stop tonight. It's gonna be. I don't think I'm gonna make it. So. To figure out a spot right before then. Hopefully my reefer has enough fuel to last another night. It should be good, but it's gonna be close. And then tomorrow we should pull up in Washington. Tomorrow. I pulled up at this last truck stop before Seattle at 12:30 and there's still no parking. Welcome to Washington. This state hates truckers, man. And the truck stops that are here, they'll have like 150 spots, but 110 of them you have to pay to even use that spot. As if these stops don't make enough money off of us already by gouging us on prices on everything that's in there. They charge you for parking on top of that. Really sucks, man, because all the stuff in that store wouldn't be here if it wasn't for trucks. It is what it is, though. I'm parked in the spot that my company would get upset if they found out. But there's only so much you can do, man. I can't drive around for hours looking for a spot when there's honestly, there's nothing here. So it is what it is, you know what I mean? It's a safe spot, so we're just gonna make it work. Pull up to the delivery tomorrow at 0400, which is 4 in the morning. It's for all you normies, which is a bummer because that means I'm gonna have to get up at, you know, earlier than that, like 2:45, do my pre-trip, all that, drive the extra 40 miles in to make sure I give myself some wiggle room in case there's traffic, construction, anything like that. Those deliveries are a bummer because then I have to go pick up in Othello, which is about another 2 hours away from here, by 11:30. So it's not like I can stop and sleep, as if there would even be any places to stop and sleep out here. But I'm heading to Othello to pick up another load that's going down to Stockton, which I hate driving in California, but at least in California there's a decent amount of parking, so that's not really an issue. That's if you're thinking about getting into trucking and you're worried about, you know, backing, anything like that, the thing that you're gonna have to learn, that it's gonna take, you know, the only thing that's gonna really stipulate your days and stuff like that is where you're gonna be able to park, man. That's the only thing about this job that can be a nightmare, especially if you know you've been driving for 9-10 hours and you've timed it wrong, so you're pulling up somewhere late, you can't find a spot to park. If you do find a spot, it's going to be the least convenient spot because everybody takes the easy ones first, which you can't get mad at them for, because I always say make it as easy on yourself as you possibly can. So you find that spot, you're tired, and that's even if you find a spot, man. You're probably gonna have to use personal conveyance. It's not even a problem. You're gonna have to use conveyance at some point, no matter how well you plan your trips. You're just gonna learn which states have parking, which cities, you know what I mean, you can get in and out of, because a lot of these big cities there's no parking inside the city. If you get lucky and there's a Walmart that still allows us to park there, that's great, but that's not very common anymore either, because people treat those places like crap and throw their trash out, or, you know, and then they burn it for the rest of us, which is a bummer. But yeah, that's going to be your biggest learning curve, is knowing when and where to park. Like, I knew that Seattle was bad, so I got up extra early this morning to try to get here early enough that there would be a spot, and you know, it's 12:30 in the afternoon and there's still no spots. Pretty much anywhere else in the country, minus, you know, the New England states, Delaware, Rhode Island, like places like that, they're a nightmare to park in. But pretty much anywhere else in the country, if you stop at 12:30, you are almost guaranteed your pick of the lot on where you want to park. So that's kind of a bummer, but we're here. Get it done, go deliver tomorrow, turn around, run right back out of the state, which is kind of a bummer because this is one of my favorite states to drive in. I love the weather, it's really pretty. But yeah, parking sucks, man. But it's part of the game, so you just got to deal with it. There's no point in getting super upset about it and getting all worked up, because all that's going to do is make you feel bad, and it's not going to change anything. Parking here sucks. It's always going to suck. It always has sucked, and it's probably going to get worse before it gets better. So